Good evening once again, everyone, and welcome once again to Athena Games. My name is Elliot Baker, your regular commentator of Star Wars X-Wing here at Athena Games, and I've got a special guest commentator in the booth with me tonight, our store champion himself, Chris Puttock. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
We've wanted to get you in here for a while, haven't we?
Yes. Unfortunately, I always seem to finish really late at night.
Well, I guess it worked out for you this week then.
Yes. Yeah. It's great. It's nice to be in the booth.
But yeah, we've got a couple of great matches at lay on today. Of course, you'll be joining me for the first one, and we'll be getting David Lincoln in for the second game. The first game going on is get between Gareth Chambers and Mick Ford.
Yep.
So brilliant choice of competitors. Mick's a very new player to the game. Gareth is highly more experienced.
Yep.
But we could see the build maketh the man tonight.
We could indeed.
And speaking of builds, we have some great builds going on tonight. For the first one, let's quickly pull up the build, because we've got Gareth running a very controversial build, is what I'll call it. At least it will be controversial to some of our viewers, because we have a Jabba the Hutt on the board tonight.
We do.
But whereas Mix is much more simple and or much simpler, I should say, and well, it's just the same ship.
It is.
So let's go over this quickly. So, there we go. So, Gareth's running Bossk with Veteran Instincts, Homing Missiles, Jabba the Hutt, Forlom, Hotshot Blaster, and Guidance Chips. Ketsu on you. You've flown a Lancer yourself many times, haven't you?
I love a Lancer, but I've never had any luck with Ketsu, so I'm intrigued to see how he flies her.
And he's got Veteran Instincts on her as well, meaning they're both at Pilot Skill 9. And Dengar on board, so he's got rerolls, which is great against names, but it's not going to be so well against this list.
No.
We've got 2 Glitstims and Shadowcaster, which technically that's 4 Glitstims, thanks to courtesy of Mr. Jabba the Hutt.
They will undoubtedly come in useful.
That's 4 quality shots that Ketsu gets, and defense rolls.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Mick is going with the Wonder Wookiee Wagon. Just 4 Kashyyyk defenders, all with Wookiee commandos. Not even card art on these things.
It's brilliant. It's raw. It's brutal. I haven't had a chance to fly one yet. I think that his lack of a K-turn is going to really hurt him in this match.
Oh, they're already starting to set up asteroids there. It seems to be that Mick's got the placement of the final one, creating a very big channel here, probably more benefiting the larger ships on the board and Gareth's side. Yeah. I doubt the Wookiees will want to see such open space, but then again, flying formation with those things can be devastating.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only real way to set this up is for him to go for an Alpha Strike with all 4, I would say.
Oh, yes.
And yes, he's going to... One of those is... it probably will survive. Just. I haven't done the maths. But if he loses one, he's still got 3. That's a lot of firepower that he's going to put down.
A lot of firepower, a lot of hull to tear through as well.
It's an awful lot.
So Bossk's going to have his work cut out for him. He can punch those crits through, which he can, of course, turn to double hits, and that will mitigate that somewhat. But it's still, I mean, how much...
Well, the crits, he's only got... Sorry, where's his list again? Now, to put those crits on, he's only got them on the homing missiles. There's no other way to get them on.
That is true. However, with 3 attack dice, there are odds of rolling at least a crit in there.
But it's far from guaranteed.
No, far from guaranteed.
I think he might be ruining putting VI on them.
And unfortunately, Forlom's going to be next to useless in this match, because I don't think Mick's going to be focusing. He's going to be wanting to reinforce.
Yes.
So Forlom is kind of completely useless in this game. Hotshot Blaster, definitely going to be useful with the lack of maneuverability from Bossk, but then again, those Kashyyyk...
Do you reinforce though? Because if you reinforce all 4, that's 4 actions, of which only one of them is useful.
That's true. However, if you didn't reinforce them, and then you clearly present a target that should be attacked.
If you don't reinforce 1 or 3, but if you don't reinforce any, do you not? I'd go all out offense in this.
For the first volley, that's not a bad call, actually.
Unless you end up with just the one sitting in front that is the clear target,
yeah.
Then you're obviously going to reinforce it. But otherwise, That's 3 wasted actions each round.
That's
so,
true.
I don't know. That would be my thinking, but we'll have to see.
And of course, Mick's list has 6 hull and 3 shields. That's 9 durability to tear through.
Of each ship.
Yeah.
And focusing down on one, he's not going to be able to do one every round.
The maximum that... and there's the handshake. We're now into the game. The maximum that Gareth could do is a homing missile shot, 5 hits.
Yep.
Gets a crit, turns one down to 4 hits.
And Ketsu at range 1.
Yeah.
So he could do 9 in one volley once.
Yeah. I mean, he does get that at least, and Jabba is on board for the Hotshot Blaster to keep things active, but I think he's more there for the Glitstim. Now, the current wording on Jabba is a bit muddled by a lot of people, so let me just go through what we are ruling by tonight and consistently through our tournaments here at Athena, which is Jabba works as per the ruling as people surmise, because there's actual text on the Sea Rock card. So the tokens have text themselves. They refer to Jabba as reference card. So any ship can use their illicit tokens, and even when Jabba is destroyed, they can still use the illicit tokens.
I think that's sensible.
And here we go, a 4 forward, very bold here from Mick, clearly wanting to catch Ketsu before things get hairy. But
that seems sensible.
But I think Ketsu's might be turning away.
That would be my choice. I don't know. I think it's interesting because the YV is going to be stuck having to go through those asteroids.
Let's get the overlay up on here. There we go.
Hey. Bossk is going to be stuck trying to go through the asteroids. The dial on that, the YV is not great.
No, that's the problem. However, he's given himself a wide berth to catch those the Azatuks, because he can just turn in slowly, bank, get a wide arc, turn in and follow them, because they're not got great dials either.
No.
So I actually think it's going to be probably a great matchup for Bossk, because it means that he's going to have the same amount of movability that those Azatuks have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Surprising one forward. I don't think a joust with Ketsu is the best thing.
Insane.
Yeah. I don't think, because now he's got to go through them. He's got to go forward.
He can't turn from there.
No.
So he could try and bump and save himself 1, but he's only going to save himself 1 because the way they're set up doesn't look like he'll bump more than 1.
I mean, he might be able to bump the front 2, but...
I don't think he's in line for it.
No,
but I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Of course, there is the tractor beam to concern yourself with. That is always a factor. I doubt it's going to be too much, but that asteroid there...
If he bumps 1 and can somehow get another one onto an asteroid, although, I mean, you're not going to be flying those Wookiees too far forwards after this.
No.
So...
No combat for the first engagement, no surprise. It's very rare that you ever get that in a situation. Let's number up these Azatuks. So, there we go. They're all the same, nothing special about them, so any number can go anywhere at this point. So, as a man who flies a Lancer quite a bit, what would you do in this circumstance with Ketsu?
Cry.
You're being forced forward into a kill box, essentially. Because
you've got to go as far forward as possible. If you bump, then you're getting shot by 1 less. You can tractor one of the back ones. You're still going to get shot by it. I can't see a way around it. If you're incredibly lucky, you'll fly over the top, but that would take some pretty bad flying by Mick, I think.
Mick doesn't want to go fast. He wants to go slow, and
if that's not 1 forward, I'll be stunned.
Yeah, he's got to make sure that Ketsu can't jump him. And if he goes too far forward, he can, and that presents a problem.
Yep.
Whereas if he goes slow, no matter what happens, he's going to catch her.
Yep.
If she goes slow, great, all 4 get a shot. If she goes fast, one of them bumps, sure, he loses 1 attack, but there's still 3 at range 1 of Ketsu, ready to fire away.
Absolutely. I think that first round for Mick, I think that's about the best he could hope for. He doesn't want to engage the first round, and Ketsu really did want to turn there.
So hello to our chat. If you're in the chat and watching us live on twitch.tv, you can actually join us on the chat and let us know what you think about the game. Give us your own running commentary. Let us know what we're doing wrong, what we're missing, and all the kind of mistakes that are being made. And of course, if you're watching us back on YouTube, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. And it called exactly right, a 1 forward.
Absolutely had to be.
I agree. Would you have gone for... I actually might have considered a 1 bank, given their arc line, and it means you can then re-engage with Bossk if you needed.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it can't do any. It couldn't have done any harm.
No.
The only thing is that might have. No, that wouldn't have put him anywhere near those asteroids.
No. What's brilliant is that he's also nowhere near those asteroids now, which is the key moment.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Because
Ketsu's track's been hitting first. He's got the title as well, so he can track to beam 2, but I'm not really sure of the benefit of that.
Well, it means he can track to 2 different targets if he wants to, or he can focus one down heavily. Although, really, the benefit here
yeah, you want to track to it and then
ones.
hit it.
Yeah,
there's not. And you can only move it once, even if it's from 2 different sources. So he's not going to be able to hit an asteroid.
So in a way, the Shadowcast is kind of be negated as well.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
I don't know where you put both. I don't really know where you put the title on Ketsu.
And then we got 5 forward from Ketsu.
Yeah,
so
had to be.
Number 1 is not going to get its attack.
And not against the Lancer, but it depends what Bossk does.
Yeah,
he might
that's
speed
true.
him in.
That's true. He can attack Bossk. If Bossk
Bossk
gets in
wants
range.
to be fairly, wants to be in range of something, and that front one will be the one that he's definitely getting.
All right then. Would this be a great time for Kieran to Kieran? I don't see why, because Kieran just popped up there in my chat. There we go. Would it be a great time for Gareth to pop the Glitterstim? He's got a great range one shot here.
Oh, he's got to. I mean, he's got 4 on there.
He's got 4 of them.
Yeah, he should be popping one pretty much every round. The Lancer's going to have to pull round onto the board. If not next round, definitely the round after. And then it's fairly quick. So those Wookiees are going to turn. They've got enough room to turn now before hitting the asteroid as well. So that 180-degree arc is going to mean they can still hit the Lancer after they turn.
Agreed. And most likely we're going to get a target lock here onto probably number 2, since he can focus down number 2 with both the Lancer. Yes, there we go. He's going for number 2. He's going the target lock. There's the target lock being applied.
He did reinforce them all, I think.
Yep, he has indeed reinforced all his ships. At the front, because obviously, why wouldn't you? Yeah. And I think only an insane man would do it out the rear at this stage. Yes. But, or unless you're facing Sinterfell, who has a habit of
who would get round somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very weird, because I looked at Gareth's build and I thought it's particularly nasty, but then I looked at all the stuff that the Aztecs have or don't have, and it's just there's so much that it doesn't affect them. The Forlom, the Dengar has little effect, but not so much. And the Veteran Instincts even.
Yes, a complete waste of those slots in this game. Complete waste of the slots. So yeah.
Alright, so who we do now? I believe Gareth's deciding who's going to fire first. He has decided to tractor number 2. He's not moving it though, because it is a May. He doesn't have to move it, but it does mean that number 2 is going to be rolling 1 less dice. But we'll still get. No, he won't get 1 because of range 3, because Bossk will fire his missiles. So Ketsu spending a Glitterstim with Jabba the Hutt. Yep, there we go. So there goes a Glitterstim. So he is now going to get full modifications on all his focus results this round. Glitterstim, at the start of the combat phase, he may discard this card and receive 1 stress token. If you do, until the end of the round, when attacking or defending, you may change all your focus results to hit or evade results.
Interestingly, now the Lancer's stressed to lose.
Oh!
That's an unfortunate roll.
A really bad roll.
That's galling. Dengar reroll, but only 1 because they're not named pilots.
Oh!
Well, for me that's probably spelled this game.
They have that pretty much. I think.
Yeah.
Because we all know what's going to happen with that one. Reinforce.
Yeah.
So you don't need to suspend it. It just stays there, and
he's just letting us know.
I couldn't believe it.
That was stunning. Yeah, that's got to hurt.
That's not the opening he needed. He needs this missile to do some damage.
He does. I think he's in a lot of trouble. Now the Lancer's stressed. Obviously, he's unlikely to go. He can do a 2 straight next round, but anything else, if he wants to start turning, it's got to be a 3, and those Aztecs are going to be able to see him.
Okay, he turns one of those. Does he turn? Yeah, he does one of those crits. That's a full hit on the home missiles. That's a total of 5 hits.
Which is half of 1 ship he needed. I think he needed quite a lot more than that.
Yeah. So the Aztec, of course, takes 1, but then it takes 4 because of Bossk's ability, which is you may cancel a crit to make it 2 hits. So, great ability for shoving damage through, especially on a ship which has shields.
Yes.
Oh, that's the wrong one to take off. And that's the wrong one to take off. There we go. So,
Given that there's 3 shields, and he had 3 hits and a crit, and he wasn't going to destroy that ship, would you have been tempted to take the crit?
it's always tempting to do that, especially with such high hull ships.
Yeah.
I mean, major hull breach would be a big thing. Oh, what a swing there from
Wow.
Wookiee Commanders, gives them reroll on that
reroll.
focus. And that, again, a full batch of hit results and a vein of focus. That's
Gareth 2 because of the glitter stem, which is might well come to his aid here, but he's still taking 12 dice. Yeah.
And if the dice are anything like another full. Oh, and there's a blank out.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Ketsu is not going to be liking this.
Direct hit. Oh, and another. Oh dear. Ketsu's down to 3 hull left.
With another shot to go into her as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ouch. Okay, we could see Ketsu being taken off the board in the first round of combat. I didn't believe this was possible. Okay, maybe not today. It depends what the crits are and what the rolls are, but let's see.
He's re-rolling that focus.
Yep, and into a blank. 1 crit, probably not going to go through, but we'll see.
Not through.
Not through.
Still, that is really hurt.
Yeah.
That's really hurt.
That is really hurt.
And he's obviously still got that range 3 shot.
Yep, range 3 shot
easily
on Bossk.
in. Yeah.
Let's see what
and
this one
Bossk
gets.
doesn't particularly like getting shot either.
No. Well, that's hit, crit, actually, I think.
Your eyes are better than mine.
And there's 1 evade result, but that's it, so Bossk takes 2 regardless. So Gareth has taken a lot of damage in the first combat. Now, the problem here is Mick has to get those Azatoks around, and he's not left himself a lot of room to do it.
Can we have a look at the dial?
It's right there on the left. Oh, it's right there on the left side there.
There we go.
So it has...
So it's got a 2 turn or a 1 bank. I think
the only
2
red,
turn them all in.
The only red is it's 5 forward, and of course the greens are 1 bank. I think a 2 turn
2
is...
turn, possibly a 3 and block Bossk.
The only issue with a 2 turn is I'd be worried about number 1 getting on an asteroid, thanks to Ketsu. Actually, no, because Ketsu can't do that unless she hits. So
she's got a hit because he'd be relying on the title.
Yeah.
And that means he's definitely got to lose the stress in order to turn the turret.
That's another factor involved, yeah.
So he's not getting an action, but that doesn't really matter to him because he's got Dengar reroll and he's got the glitter stims, and he really might as well use one every round because Ketsu's not going to be there for 4 rounds.
No. I think he needs to pop the glitter stim every round because that could be what keeps Ketsu alive. And of course, she'll be shoving out damage while she's still tottering on the board.
With those, number 1 might not make. Will it clear a 2? Should just about. Difficult to see without being able to see the bases.
That's the issue, is that Ketsu is in the way, so would it be better to maybe do a
3 and at least turn, or just do a 1 bank and assume that you're going to be able to see Bossk because Bossk can only go forwards from there. He's got those asteroids in the way.
That is true.
And number 2 is going to bump any escape, so Bossk isn't going too far. Bossk could do a 0 and stay still, but
I don't think
Bossk.
The actions, he needs the actions, especially since he's got another. Actually, he's not got another missile left in his tube.
No.
That's it. So he's now relying on his blank dice now.
This is absolutely brutal. I'm feeling a bit sorry for Gareth.
I kind of expected to go the other way, actually.
I didn't. Just before we came on air, I did call this this way, but it's so hard to know what's going to come up. Those gunships are... There's just so much to chew through.
And Sokolovic 1987 says, "I'd love to hear the Wook's radio chatter right about now."
Unintelligible, I'm sure.
Yes. Well, you should hear some of the, because I've read a lot of the books, and trying to say places on Kashyyyk does test your tongue quite a lot. Like their capital city is called Ruruk-Ro-Ro, which is like, try saying that a few times.
I don't even want to say it once.
No, nor do I. Okay, so Resurrect thinks, I'm betting Ketsu pulls a 3 bank. Oh, he's going to...
I'd have let that one just bump and sit where it was, pretty much, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would maybe split them up, but then again, you risk them getting focused down. I think he wants to get them out of the way, but they're not going to be out of the way.
They can't shoot.
Yeah.
They can't fire. And
unless he's going to bring them around next turn. But then again, they're losing their...
Yeah.
I would have just done a 4 forward. At least then you get the reinforce. At least then you get the reinforce. But without any reinforce, they're now a sitting duck.
They are, absolutely. That's a very interesting choice. And maybe he's hoping that the Lancer's going to do a very large movement and be out and not get a shot or not be able to hit one. I don't know. Because if he can hit number 2 there, probably end up on an asteroid as well. Which, he's not going to want.
Yeah, number 2 can indeed end up on an asteroid. He would just click the back. His back left corner base would just click the top of the asteroid there. Assuming Ketsu can get her arc around and keep her action. But then again, she goes so fast and she's so carrying her stress, it's a distinct possibility.
Yeah. I mean, he could be doing a 2 forward here, assuming that he's going to clear.
Let's see if Resurrect was right. 3 bank is what he betted on.
That's what I would have done.
3 turn.
Into the roid.
Close. I don't think he's going to hit it.
I don't think he's going to hit it, but it does really limit his options next round.
Yeah, he's going to have to actually...
He's going to have to do something quicker. But I suppose he knows he's going to be stressed, so he's going to have to do something quick enough to clear that roid anyway.
Yeah, there's no problem there.
That was very close to that.
Oh,
good flying. I've got to give him that. No.
That's focus result. Nothing there happened.
Okay.
Was that a damage sensor? Right? I'm actually going to go through and find out what that crit was.
Yeah. So what's he doing with Bossk? This is going to hurt the Wookiees. To be that close up behind them. And now Bossk can just keep chasing them. That's not what they want. Target lock on number 2 at the back there.
It was weapons failure.
It was weapons failure.
Yeah, he just flipped it though.
Right.
Ooh, Bossk ended up in a precarious position.
He has, but he's chasing now.
That is
as
true.
long as he can keep him on the board.
It's a weird situation. It's a weird situation when Bossk is the one who's chasing someone.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's very interesting.
All right, that's 3 hits there into number. I assume would be number 2 since that's the one that's been damaged.
Yes, he had a target lock on it.
Oh no, 2 because 1 was evaded. But still, the Azutec win is still alive.
It is, but with no shots this turn and having to do a 1 bank next turn.
It doesn't have to do a 1 bank. It would like to do a 1 bank.
Going straight.
Yeah, and that's assuming you have to clear the stress. He can surprise the opponent by saying,
"That's true.
I'm not going to clear the stress. I'm going to do it too hard and then do my 1 bank."
Yeah.
But I still agree that I think it would be better to do a 4 forward last round and then do a 2 turn. But
or turn in. I would have turned in.
Yeah,
it would have been a bit of a mess in there. But with his 180 arcs,
well, if he would have done that, he would have blocked Bossk. So Bossk might have been up on an asteroid.
Yeah.
He could have caught Ketsu.
He certainly would have had some shots on Ketsu, which is what he wants. Just finish Ketsu off and then worry about Bossk afterwards. Right,
so here we go. It's going to be interesting to see where this game goes on, because right now Mick has got the lead, but he's on the back foot.
He really is.
He needs to pull it back around and start doing some damage on Ketsu, because right now Gareth's in a great position where he can just keep Ketsu at arm's length and pot shot away at them.
I cannot believe Bossk is managing to chase something that can't fire back and can't turn around.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
No, nor have I. But it just shows that don't underestimate those Wonder Wookiee wagons. I mean, he could, if he really wanted to, he could surprise Gareth and have a couple of them do a 2 forward or a 3 forward and the other 2 turn. Because he gets some shots, not
Yeah.
with all of them,
Yeah.
but he also clears the stress with the other ones.
I'd be slightly tempted with number 3 to do a one bank to the right, clear the stress, and bump. Do that first, and that will stop. That will bump Bossk as well.
That's not
and
a bad
at least
ta-
strip a action from him.
That's not
and
a bad call, actually.
Given the 180 arcs, because he won't get as far round, you're then likely to get some shots with the others from their banks or even turns if you've done turns. But he is doing the one banks to clear the stress.
Which, I mean, it's not terrible. With a 2-turn, he can easily start to come through the asteroid just there.
Yeah. Or just go around the edge.
Or just go around the edge, yeah.
And wait for Ketsu.
The thing is, I don't think Gareth wants to engage Ketsu. I think he wants to keep, because he knows
He's going to want to keep her behind
He-
or keep her out of the way.
he engages with Ketsu, Ketsu dies, is probably
Yep.
what he's thinking right now.
Absolutely.
Keep her at arm's length, let Bossk take down a couple of the Azataks, and then bring her in for the endgame. If things look calm. But I think your idea of actually bumping would be
Forcing
better.
the bump, yeah. Because he may well not be able to see much of Bossk here.
I mean, the issue is, we can easily say that, but you often you kind of have that mentality of, I don't want to bump. Whereas you don't think about how tactically viable it could be.
Tactical bumping
Yeah.
is essential. Yeah, there we go. He's
only-
not going to be able to see Bossk.
If only Azux had a Talon roll, well, then that'd be the best ship in the game. Why do you want to reinforce my rear when I can just reinforce my front most of the time?
Yeah, see that?
Yeah, that would have bumped.
It would have bumped, and then he would have. He probably would have got a shot off with at least one of them.
Yeah, he's getting a target lock on
maybe.
number 2, so 2 is probably going to die this round.
Yeah.
We're going to see who blinks first here. Will the dice completely fail Gareth yet again? Or will they be in...
And Ketsu's nowhere to be seen. So,
Yep.
this is very, very interesting. It's really swinging one way to the other, this game.
And, she's K-turned. Oh, so...
To try and get around
try and
behind,
get behind them.
fly all the way back again.
And this is the problem, is that now that Bossk is behind the Azataks, they can't really stop that.
No.
That's the weird situation. There is no way they can get around and catch Bossk unless they split up, which I actually think is the best thing that Mick could do. He could split them off into 2 wings of 2, because 2's going to die anyway, so just split 2 away with 3, let it die, and there's the dice roll that's going to kill number
2, yeah.
There's no stopping that one. Unless he rolls... no.
Blanked out.
Nah. He would have... If he got an evade, he actually would have survived. But no. Not today.
Excuse me.
Right there? Right then, so... That's the first one down on Mick's side of the table. So, on points-wise, Mick is losing. And he's down to 75 out of his list.
Very interesting.
Exactly 25 points each.
After round 2, you'd have given this to Mick straight away. And right now,
It's starting to swing
Gareth
back.
could easily pull this back from here. Easily. He can only win if he can shoot something. And he's going to take a while to do that now.
I mean, your call to tactical bump might be useful here for number 4 or number 3.
Yep.
Resurrect. If the Ozics don't straighten out, he could hope for a boost off. He could run, but that's a large base ship he's running from, and Bossk is no slouch with his manoeuvres either.
No.
Bossk-
It's all...
I mean, he can't do a too hard red, which that could be his advantage. But, and he's only a 5 forward, but the 4 forward is white anyway, and that's essentially a 5 forward. So
He's not getting out of arc. He's not getting out of range.
No.
I think the best he can do is stop the. If he can just get a bump or 2 to slow Bossk up with one of them.
yeah,
And remember that one's not getting shot by Bossk then, so it's slightly more predictable what you're doing. Of course, Bossk could fly over the top as well if he bumps 3 and then moves one out the way, and then he's behind Bossk. Okay, he's got the hotshot blaster, but he's going to want to keep firing with the front one. At least he can start firing back then.
yeah. I'm actually wondering whether that Mick can't win this one now. And he could probably get points for Ketsu if Ketsu is kind of ballsy enough to get into range of them and in arc. But I don't know if she wants to even try that. I mean, Ketsu probably is going to blast forward here at speed 5, try and get behind. I doubt she's going to turn in.
If he could turn 3, if he turns 3, he might be able to get a shot on Ketsu I'm not quite sure what the range is on there.
Depends where she's going, of course.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's going for a hard 3 because I see the template.
And I'd have bumped 4 into 1 to stop Bossk following
This
around.
could be a mistake.
Oh.
Oh no! Too far.
Oh dear.
And that could be.
This really.
Oh, I'd say that's cocked, but that's
Nah.
debatable. 1 shield.
Not really worth worrying about on a 9.
Not really.
9 hit point ship.
But then again,
well.
it could be all the difference. It could make all the difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not gonna.
This is not. This. Yeah.
I mean, he could if he's been smart and 2 banked number 3. But I doubt he has done that. I think he's doing a 3 hard. He might still catch Ketsu, as you say, depending where she goes.
I think he's going to end up not being able to see Ketsu. Remembering next round, he's going to struggle to turn in.
He is going for the block here.
Okay. That's a better idea. Much better. If he'd done 2s with I see the 3 as well now to try and get round. 2s with the front 2 might have helped a little. But...
Because Bossk wants to do a 3 hard, not 2.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the block.
But he's still going to get round far enough, I think, to avoid the arcs.
Yeah, don't forget position with the nubs. Position with the nubs. Ding, ding. However, it does slow Bossk a little
Absolutely. I just would have stopped him a lot further back, so you could have got the arcs with the front 2 ships. Because if you hadn't come so far around, they'd still at least one of them would have still been able to see.
Sad thing is, 1 is definitely going to have an asteroid next turn, and 4 is risking it.
Yeah.
Because
remembering also 1 can't shoot this round, so even if Ketsu comes in, which she's not. Of course she's not.
Of course she's not.
Yeah, this game really flipped though.
However, Gareth's bringing her into the corner, and that's probably not a great place for Ketsu to be.
It's not. Mick's going to be able to see where she's going. She's obviously going to have to turn.
Yeah, there's no choice. She's going to have to turn right.
But he's not in a great place to sort of make the most of that now.
No, he can't exactly run. Those attacks can be quick, but it costs them a stress token. Then again, 4/4 is no bad maneuver either.
No.
The problem is they've still got Bossk chasing up their rear.
Yes.
That's going to take them,
and that's going to be a hard thing to stop now.
Yep, he's going for the lead ship that's on the asteroid. I actually would have gone for it.
I would have gone for the range 1 closer shot personally, but it's the one without the reinforce. So why not?
Focus and a blank. That's just 1 hit. Nothing. So that's just 1 hit. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
No, he can soak up that for a while.
And Ketsu is nowhere near range, so.
This could go on a while, but they're just checking that arc,
that
which is definitely got to be out, hasn't it?
It's out. It's quite clearly out. Right.
Now, does he now continue the bump idea and try to force some shots on Bossk? Because he's not going to be able to get to Ketsu this round.
The problem with the bump game is that Gareth now realises he's trying that, so he can now play against that. Then again, if he does try to avoid the bump, he's most likely going to run, and
he's got the hotshot blasters still.
Yeah.
So Bossk will still be getting a shot, which
ideally he wants to turn 1 and 3 to a situation where they can. Yeah, he wants to turn 1 and 4. So they can catch Bossk with their Ogs arcs.
Yeah.
And 3 needs to force a bump onto Bossk.
So you turn 4 in, then move 3 and bump into the back of 1, and then do something with 1, turn 1. That would probably be what I'd try.
Yeah.
It's very easy to think that sitting here.
Yeah, it always is. It always is.
If he tries to go for Ketsu here, I think he's unlikely to be able to get a shot.
I think he's either got to run for Ketsu and delay Bossk, or he's got to turn and start engaging Bossk, because otherwise he's going to lose too much in this time that Bossk is chasing.
I mean, Ketsu's the better target, but
Bossk
is still going to be chasing.
Then again, all it will take is at least 2 other attacks to kill Ketsu with a bit of luck.
It's a tiny bit of luck and you're there, aren't you?
A tiny bit of luck on your side and against Gareth, and he's got it. But the problem is Bossk. Bossk is the big wrench in the plan.
Yep.
What a sizable wrench that thing is. It's more shaped like one.
It is.
Wagon constructor fleets. Right then. Right.
He's thinking hard about this Bossk maneuver.
He is.
And so would I be.
Yeah, because he now knows that Mick can block and has the knowledge that he can force that block. So he's trying to avoid that, but at the same time, he's got to be
You want to have the shots and you want to keep going.
There's also the concern about the asteroid there, which number one just flown through. A 3 hard with a block would definitely let him on it.
Yes.
So he might choose to say, balls it and just run.
Or just a little one bank round or something.
Alright, so there's the blank out. So no damage, but it means no reinforce.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting choice here. I don't know if that's the great manoeuvre.
Maybe he's going for that bump on the asteroid that we were talking about.
That could be the case, but I think that's too far forward to force a bump.
I agree.
Unless number 3 is going to do something tricksy.
Maybe a little one forwards with 3 in the hopes that Bossk then turns in and he can see him.
Oh, he is going around. He's blocking either of Bossk's options, or trying to block both of Bossk's options here.
Apart from Bossk's option to go slowly.
Yeah. Which Gareth may not have considered.
Yeah.
May not, I'm not saying he didn't.
No.
Let's see what
I am intrigued.
It looks like it's a long manoeuvre. He's blocked Bossk.
Bossk has still got a shot sideways, and
Mick
Mick hasn't got a shot on Bossk, and he still can't see Ketsu. I think this is another round where
Ketsu is going to be
Mick's
out of the
not
way.
firing, and Gareth is.
Unfortunately,
not what he needs.
By the time one catches up, it might be so damaged that Ketsu could take it down. He's also got to be worried about the asteroids because Ketsu can turn him onto that.
Absolutely.
Actually, he might just get a shot hit. He might.
He could well do. He'll be getting shot back if he does, and obviously if he gets shot, the chances of being hit are fairly high, and he's got that title, so the Wookiees could end up on that.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he ends up on the asteroid, it brings it closer to Ketsu and for the next round. So that puts Gareth in a danger zone for the next round.
If he can't put him back on the asteroid again.
The thing is, I don't think Mick would give him that opportunity. Yeah, he's declared that the Ark is facing the Aztecs. No surprise there. I mean, what I might do with one is actually boost him forwards, then he has to worry about the asteroid. There is a range there.
Sideways and
he's not declared,
or backwards and not get shot back.
He's not declared the glitter stim though, so
that's an interesting choice.
So if he's not declared it, he can't now pop it because he's now measured for range. Essentially, he's now declaring the target. There we go, and that's where you want the glitter stim. 2 focus results. Or is that? Dengaring 1. So just 1 hit. This actually could work out.
This could actually avoid it.
He's done it. He's done it.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah. If he'd been hit, the other option would be to barrel roll him the other way.
Yeah.
So it's just away and out of range, not getting a return shot. But
the return shot would have mattered because of the asteroid. Because he'd be on it, and so I couldn't fire from there. Here comes Bossk trying to do some damage to number 1, so that when it goes in for the kill next round, assuming Ketsu doesn't die this round, it will probably take the number 1 to kill it.
It's also the damaged one. So
1, 2, 3 hits. Oof. No crits in there for Bossk to turn down. Well, there's 1 of 8, so I think that's 1 of 8.
Shield and a hull.
Shield, the remaining shield, and 2 hull.
No, it must have been.
Clearly it was blank. Oh well. But now he gets a return shot. I'm pretty sure he's going to take it. Reroll the rookie commando roll. That looks to be like 2 crits there.
This could hurt.
One.
He's only got 1.
He's only got 1.
2.
So he's going to live, but what does he get? He gets direct
Double
hit.
Damage. Ooh.
Ooh. Ketsu sitting on 1 hull left.
But 1 shot with Ketsu.
And that thing is dead.
That could either kill the Aussie Tuck or put it on an asteroid so it's not shooting back.
What Mick needs to do is he needs to
even
get,
one shot's important.
Mick needs to get number 1 and 4 in range of Ketsu to give Gareth the say, okay, which one do you really want not to shoot?
Yep.
Probably the best option for him to do would then to get number 4 onto an asteroid and then shoot number 1 with Bossk and hope to kill it. Assuming he can get that shot, which is unlikely given where Bossk is situated right now.
Yeah, I think Mick's still in quite a lot of trouble here.
I agree. Even if he takes down Ketsu, he's still got to concern himself with Bossk.
Yep.
Now, because he's got 2, it's less concerning because it means that he can actually have number 3 act as blocker and get the one that has gone off behind Bossk.
Yep. I'd definitely be pulling up a short manoeuvre with 3 here and hoping Bossk flies over the top. And if not, you're forcing a bump. So there we go. Yep. And then 4 and 1 presumably are going to turn in for Ketsu.
Agreed. However, Gareth...
Unless he turns 4 back for Bossk
Gareth
and just relies on number 1.
Gareth might have actually stopped this one in hopes of catching a slow manoeuvre from either 1 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wrong maneuver to do, Mick!
Oh no.
Please tell me he's not bumped...
He might have cleared it, but even if he's cleared it, only until he gets shot.
He's cleared... Yeah. Then again...
Oh no, he's on it.
Oh no. That's not what he needed. He needed 3 turn. 3 turn, he would have been there.
Absolutely.
3 turn, he would have been there.
3 turn, 2 turn, well, pretty much anything other than landing on the roid.
Same here. He's now done a 3 bank and he's not going to catch Ketsu. He's thinking of where Ketsu is now, not where Ketsu is going to be. That's a really bad mistake.
Yeah. Ketsu has got to be doing a turn or a bank, 3 bank round.
And she's going to love the fact that number 1 is going to not get on attack. It's pretty fantastic for him.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was close with the asteroid, but I still think a hard would have been better than a bank.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt at all. Personally, I thought he might turn in, because if he could get the front arc, if one had turned and he could get the front arc, he could put them both on asteroids before they fire.
Well, actually...
but he doesn't need to.
Actually, number 4 can't get onto an asteroid, and he has a shot, so...
He has a shot at the moment, but if he fires and barrel rolls it away...
I don't know.
He might push it out of range.
I don't know if that will be out of range. And even if it is out of range, it sets Mick up nicely just to turn it in next turn.
I'd still do it.
True.
Better to keep Ketsu alive.
One more round?
One more. Yeah.
Right.
Every round that you're firing with Ketsu is one more.
Did he stop? No, he didn't stop. He just bumping again. This, though, could matter because this looks like it might be an asteroid land.
Ooh.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No,
it's quite close.
Close. I think you're gonna need a bigger ruler there, guys.
Yeah.
It has straightened Bossk up a little bit, though. However, regardless, actually no, he can shoot number 4
He's still got
without
shot on
the
number
asteroid.
4.
Yeah. Again, 4 is fully hull and shielded, although not reinforced in the right place.
Right place for Ketsu, wrong place for Bossk.
Those aren't metal templates, those are simply mirrored templates. Gareth was a very fondness of Cargo 2 mirrored templates, I think is what they are. Range 1. He's actually going for the kill.
Oh, he is. That's interesting. It wouldn't be my choice, but I totally understand taking one off the board.
It can't shoot you, Gareth. It's not really a threat at this stage. It's a threat next round, but not right now.
It is a threat next round, although it's still facing off the board.
Hold on. He measured. He can't measure and then pop blitzed him. I'm going to go and tap for that. He measured for Ketsu, not for the attack.
Ah, that makes sense.
Bossk is going for 4. Looks like they're going to try and take 4 off. He's going to try and do his best to do as much damage to 4, especially when it's not reinforced at the rear. 2 hits.
I'm surprised he didn't shoot that.
What a fade. He's going to turn that crit down to 2 hits still. So that's 2 hits onto...
He obviously is going to... he obviously is going to shoot number 1, because if he was going to shoot number 4 with Ketsu, he'd have done it first to tractor it.
Yeah. I agree. Unless he was worried it would take it out of range of Bossk.
And he's going, yeah.
Or is he? No, he is going to kill it. He's going for the kill.
Yep. Which does mean that Ketsu's going to take another shot from number 4.
That could be a mistake. That could kill.
That would, I think, personally, I think that's a mistake, because Ketsu's ability is so useful at the higher pilot skill with the title.
Oh! Ooh. Dengar! Anything
Dengar's working hard here.
Okay, he's got 2, so the Wookiee gunship can't survive this one. It's dying. Actually, no, it can.
It's on 4.
Yeah, it can. It can survive this one. Can't believe it, but it's still alive. Okay, that means Ketsu. If Ketsu's not in danger this round, she's definitely in danger next round.
Oh, she's only on 1 hull, and anything coming back at her is not great. She has got glitter stims up, so... You're helping Mick here, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure that really did any favours, because he moves first. Being that close, he couldn't have turned, because he'd have bumped the Lancer.
It now actually means that Mick's going to have a great time where he can just 2-turn it right, and he's going to catch Ketsu no matter where she goes.
Pretty much, yeah.
That could be a mistake.
Yeah. Not sure of the use of that.
Hello, X-Wing Junkies. X-Wing Junkies.
Hello.
Another another Twitch channel who regularly broadcast X-Wing content. And here we go. We're rolling. And of course, rolling for an asteroid.
It's back on the roid, yeah.
So it's a damage. It's rolling for damage. Oh, there. Quits on that one. I think because I don't know what happened there. Unless they want someone. Yeah. Maybe that's me. That might be me.
It's going to be a question whether you still roll it if it's on the same asteroid. And another hull from the Puttock.
Okay, so it's...
What was the question?
Whether he rolled for it again, which yes.
Yes, because you've moved. And it did take a hull off. So,
but it's still alive.
Which is still wastes a shot, and it's going to take another shot.
Azatec onto
Ketsu. Range 2.
Oh dear. Oh, okay.
You need quite a lucky roll here to take Ketsu out.
Just one.
So...
Oh!
Ouch.
He evaded. Okay. That was lucky.
Yes, it was rather.
Okay, so if 3 turns in, he can catch Ketsu. If 4 turns in, he can catch Ketsu. If 1 turns in, he can catch Ketsu.
Not sure if 4 can turn in without hitting that roid.
Then I'll just do a 1 forward.
Yeah.
Let's keep it where just do 1 forward.
Ketsu might end up behind, and if 3 turns in, 3 will hit Ketsu. Yeah. But still the Bossk problem.
Yeah.
Still we're chasing Bossk, which is...
not ideal.
No.
Which he needs to kill Ketsu this round, because Ketsu will finish off number 1.
Yeah.
If Bossk doesn't do it for her. But, and this is a very big but, if he can take down Ketsu, he's still got 2 Azatec, so that 1 can chase, 1 can block. It's gonna be hard.
That's a.
It's gonna be hard.
Run. Very rough.
It's gonna be hard for Mick.
Yeah.
But it is possible.
Yes.
Because with only 2 hotshot blasters, there's only 2 attacks. The chances that Bossk gets to try and take down the other attack.
Yep.
And it's not enough with just that alone. I think. I think it's 3 dice.
That one.
Yeah, it's 3 dice.
Sorry.
So
yeah.
That's not going to kill.
And only range 1 to 2. So if he can keep the bump at the front, and Gareth obviously doesn't want to go over the top, because then he'll have 1 just behind him, nice and close.
I mean, the only problem is number 4 would be in danger from being shot dead with a very bad dice roll. But with reinforce, if you reinforce in the right place, you should be fine. Theoretically, you should be fine. It all depends.
And reinforcing, obviously, not amazingly offensive, and the Wookiees help, but he's not got a lot of offensive power. He's relying quite a lot on natural dice, but then against a 1 agility ship in Bossk, so he's going to whistle him.
Yeah, right. Let's see where this all goes. So Ketsu is either got to contend with an asteroid, which would kill her, or he wants to one bank it to the right because a 2-turn would risk the asteroid again.
Ketsu, I'd be tempted with a 3 bank.
And there's the exact place where Ketsu doesn't want the Aztec.
Yep.
Because I don't think he can even get on an asteroid with that from that position. Reinforce the front. Please tell me not turning in Mick. No, he's blasting
over the top,
which
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Again,
not a lot of options there.
No, and it's pretty safe where it is as well.
Yep, and potentially gives him the chance to go all the way around the world to get back at Bossk, which is what he needs to do. He needs to be thinking about that now.
I don't think number 3 is going to block Bossk this round. I think Bossk is wanting to turn towards the engagement zone.
But that is a mistake from Gareth because that will put it in number 3's arc, and number 3 will sort of be behind it at that point.
Yep.
He'll then be chasing Bossk, which he doesn't want.
Oh dear. So Ketsu is going to get attacked by 1 or 3 this round. I don't think even barreling it forward or even away or boosting it forward will even get it out of arc. I think whatever happens, number 3 is going to get an attack.
One of them is. I'm pretty sure he's not getting them both out.
Oh,
he did.
Surprising.
I think that's the best he could hope for, really.
I think, I do.
I mean, Bossk isn't going to get a shot this time,
Yeah.
but he didn't want to get a shot. I think if he turned him in, then...
Of course, the option that Gareth has, if he really wants to, although it would be a waste, I think, is attack number 3, tractor away from Bossk, and then have Bossk shoot it.
Bossk shoot it. But he's not going to take it down. He's not going to finish it off.
And then you've got the danger of 1 right behind you. Glitterstim being popped again.
And which direction? I suppose you could pop it forwards, and number 3 then has to face the asteroid next round.
He has got an evade token on Ketsu, so Mick has to at least shove 2 damage through and blank out on the dice for nothing to happen. Of course, with Glitterstim in play, it's unlikely. He's going for the kill, which is, again, no surprise. It's on 1 hull left. There's no reason to keep it alive when it can kill you.
Yeah.
I think they're measuring to see if it can attack the... I think it matters.
Checking the arc.
I think the difference is it has to be within... If any part of it is within the front half, then it counts as attacking the front half.
Yes.
So that reinforce will come into play. But Ketsu has popped a Glitterstim. She's got 1 left, I think, which is good because it means she's going to die this round anyway, so she's got a good amount of her points being used.
She could survive it.
If
1 dies,
yeah,
and with the evade and Glitterstims there, and 3 almost relying on natural dice.
All right, we have a 3-hit attack come through.
Number 1's dead.
Number 1's dead. There's nothing it can do. It's going to die no matter what happens. It did roll an evade for what it's worth. And of course reinforce the front, and it's killed by the remaining critical hit. Ouch. So close, yet so far. That leaves number 3 and 4 on the board. 4's in danger of being one-shotted by either Bossk or... with Bossk Hotshot Blaster, she'll get whittled down. Range 3, and this is not what Mick needs. He needs a nice... 3 natural hits.
That is exactly what he needed.
And that's not what he wants.
There you go. There's the one that he needed to
Ketsu is dead.
Finish off Ketsu.
Ketsu is now dead. Unless we've gotten this wrong, counting it wrong all the way through. Nope, there she goes.
No, that's Ketsu. And now, if he hadn't killed Ketsu then, I think it would have been very interesting because 4 would have been out of the fight for a little while.
Agreed.
And he could focus down on 3. But now, it's almost back to even Stevens, really.
Yeah, it kind of is. In fact, that's the point. Put them exactly. Funny enough, both are now exactly at 50 points. So it's all to play for right now, with Bossk having lost 2 shields, and one of the Aztecs having lost 2 shields. Bossk has slightly more durability with 6 hull, 6 shields. However, the Aztec has 3 less shields, but reinforce, and there's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the key difference. There's 2 of these things buzzing around. And 4 is in a great position here where it can just go off, come around, and start pelting at Bossk.
He can probably even fit a couple of 2 turns in to the left as well. Bossk's either got to turn in and go into the middle of all those asteroids, which he's probably not going to want to do, really.
In which case...
Or go around the outside. Bossk's not in a great place right now.
If Bossk starts chasing number 4, number 3 will slip him behind and start pelting up Bossk.
Yep.
If 3 continues to block, 4 will just come around and start pelting up him from the other side.
Yep.
So either way, Bossk's got to have has a choice here. And the key thing is how Gareth decides to engage. I think the best play is probably to stop, shoot at 3, and then turn and engage 4.
Yep.
Because
at least you've got a round or 2 of shooting 3 without 4 anywhere near you. So it's you're continuing to just get shots.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, if number 3 turns here,
it then gets a shot on you.
It may well get a shot.
Which
one bang.
I don't know if
it's difficult to see.
This is the difficult position here because Bossk could go either direction. He could go outside around the edge of the board or turn into the middle. And what Mick predicts will be the key thing.
I'd be very tempted to shoot 3 all the way forwards past that asteroid and then turn in the next round.
Oh no, he's banking. He's seeing if Bossk was going to go around the outside of the board. I'm not sure that's the case. Whatever Bossk is doing, I think Bossk is moving quickly. And in fact,
not moving at all.
Or not moving at all.
It's got to be one or the other.
It's either going to be a 3 hard to the right or a stop. I think I see... Oh, no!
This is very interesting flying.
Mick completely called him.
Yeah, he did. And that's really played into Mick's hands because he gives him another turn to bring 4 round.
Yeah. Now, the advantage for Gareth is they're going into an open zone here where...
They are,
Mick's got to be more careful where he places.
He has got to be more careful, but he's got to turn that YV at some point, and he can only turn it to the right. It won't fit turning all the way around to the left.
Nope.
So it does make it slightly more predictable. So one bank is pretty much the obvious choice.
All right, guys, you guys in the chat, I'm going to quickly do a quick call out for who is watching right now. So we've got AK47 Win, Big John 262, Boga the Pug, Carl Bug.
Hello, sweetheart.
Chibinaya, Casfanatu, Lithi 2017, Nordentipatwil, Resurrect, Ronin 77, Rosron, Sent 3 Nasi, Sokolovich, 1987, Spectre 6411, Veldrin 77, Villabrigger, X Trappin Balls 05, what a name, and X-Wing Junkies. Welcome once again to our stream. Hope you're enjoying our content. What do you guys think of the game so far?
And another bomb. I'm very surprised that he hasn't put a 0 in here.
He could be lulling 4 into a false sense of security to bring in and then stop, so it blocks 4 and then gets a shot on 3.
I'm not sure on that theory.
I don't know.
Maybe he could well be.
It means he gets an attack on 3, and then he can probably try and block 4 while 3 flies away.
Interestingly, he if he wants to stay unstressed, he's got to turn that YV now.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, he's not going to be able to get it round and lose the stress. He might get a 1 bank and then a turn in, I suppose. Very interesting.
I don't know whether
interesting from the build and Jabba being there that Jabba hasn't done anything yet.
I don't think that's the right move. I think that's a bad mistake from Mick. I think
unless he's trying to get behind. If he's
yeah.
trying to get behind, that makes sense. If he's if he sees that turn coming now and then he can put a 2 turn in next round.
That's true, actually.
Then he's behind Bossk,
and
which is where he needs to be.
And suddenly he's doing the chasing, and Bossk can't stop him from chasing.
And 2 hotshot blasters are not going to take down number 3,
especially since it's not taking any damage.
I mean, it wouldn't take either of them down.
No.
So
but it's got the chance possibly to do it with 4 with very bad dice rolls on.
Oh, he did the 0.
Yeah,
he's finally done 0.
Okay, so actually, I don't know if that's better or worse for Bossk at this stage, because now. And then again, I guess it means he's got distance from Mick, because Mick now has to turn. Oh,
that was a very unfortunate roll. That was very unfortunate. He's not had the luck of the dice. No, 4's still out, but that's probably the last round. 4 isn't getting a shot.
Yeah, 4's going to blast forward at speed 4. Hope not speed 5, because that stress him, and that's not what you want.
No, you don't need to stress him.
No.
There's no help there.
That is That was abysmal dice roll.
That really was. That really, really was.
I mean, if Mick wanted to be cheeky, he could too hard left and then too hard left again and getting behind Bossk that way. Because Bossk isn't turning left at all.
Yeah, it'd fit. Why not?
It means he's then doing the chasing and Bossk can't stop that.
It's fairly unpredictable. It's nice, cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what I'd do. Because he can't stop it no matter what happens. He can't stop again. He might try and rely on you where you'll be to remove the stress and keep Bossk close.
That's risky, that close to the edge of the board.
Yeah,
if anything goes wrong. I think a one bank to the ship's right, to our left as we're looking at it. But then it's not straight. If it's straight to the board, you get away with that, and then you could turn it back onto the board. But because it's not straight, you could end up flying that ship off.
No, I don't think it's the best call. I think you should have gone the other way.
I think it doesn't matter though.
That's true.
Because either he's bumping him, he's making Bossk bump, and number 4 will get a shot, or he's turning and then he gets a shot with both.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 5. I don't know.
He wants to guarantee the shot and lose the stress next round.
Problem is, it limits his options this round because he can't bank left.
And now he hasn't got... Yeah, and it limits how much room he's got to turn it. He can't turn it right.
It does, however, it might tempt Gareth to use the hotshot blaster.
No,
not with a range 1 shot.
No,
not there. Right then. Well... So what is...
Yeah, there is a bit more room on the board than I thought, so he is alright to keep it on.
No, it means that Gareth can stop next round if he really wants to, but I personally think...
I don't see any benefits of that now.
No do I.
If you bump and lose the action, it's better than getting stressed and losing an action and being stressed in the YV.
Alright, he's going for the range 1 shot. A wise choice is a fully tooled up Puttock. No damage at all.
And which will get shot back as well.
That's not a bad roll. It's got 3 hits in there. I think one of them's a crit, so that's at least 4 hits going through. Spend the target to reroll. That's 5 hits going through, and there's 1 evade there. So that's 2 taken down, I believe. So how many shields and how many cards distribute? You've got shields there, Mick. Okay. You've got shields there, Mick.
He's literally dealing over the top. There we go. Yeah. He's figured it out. 3 shields gone.
Okay, I'm now more. I'm calm.
Damage.
I'm calm now. Oh, just out.
It's out.
I wouldn't have said that was out, but it is. This is a range 3 shot through an asteroid. It seems possibly
difficult to tell.
Here we go. Reroll for Wookiee Commandos. Yep, of course, Wookiee Commandos. We're good. That's 2 hits.
If he hadn't done a 5 forwards, he wouldn't have had a shot. I think it'd have just been out of range.
There's 2 shields of Bossk. And here's where the death by 1,000 cuts will start to come to play.
Yeah. Number 3 does one little 1 forward, then Bossk, he can either get a shot or Bossk is bumping. But number 4 being in that position now isn't great.
Hashtag, you've got shields, Mick. Yes. Right. Well, what would you do in this situation? Because clearly, 4, you just want to blast forward. I mean, it can do a...
What's it got green?
It can do a 3, but it's
the wrong one.
Oh yeah, that is the wrong one. You're correct. It's still got a 3.
But as long as you clear that asteroid, which I can't see 100% from here.
I think you'd just make it, but you'd be risking it.
If it clears, which you'd be able to see, just come around to and have a look.
Then again,
I'd do a 3 because you need to turn round it next round.
Then again, I mean, okay, maybe you'll take a damage, but if you're not getting a shot, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, yes, you'd like a shot, but would it be better to get past that asteroid and then be able to fully chase Bossk?
He's stressed. I'd pull You'd land it on the asteroid?
I don't know if I don't want to land it on the asteroid, but at this point, I can see very little options.
Yeah.
He's doing the bank. I think this is a wise call because Bossk will want to turn, although he might end up turning past number 3, which would be certainly bad for Bossk.
See, I'd have done a 1 straight in the hopes that Bossk did anything other than bump. It's more likely to bump now. And 3 doesn't really want to keep bumping. Having the shot would be better. He's done the 3, and
That's fine. It's
looks
clear.
like it clears. So, perfect. Green, lose the stress, take an action.
Reinforce the front. Keep defensive up. I know offensive is a good ploy here, but
It wouldn't be my call,
survive.
but I totally understand it.
I think you need to you need to outlast more than you do need, especially since Bossk can deal out a total of 4 damage at maximum.
Yeah.
You need to be worried about that. Okay, so
But
Bossk,
with no rerolls, no stims because he's got the bump.
he has got the Wookiee Commandos, which is a reroll.
Sorry, I meant on Bossk.
Oh, on Bossk, yeah.
Yeah.
So that
3
will affect
naked dice.
Bossk. 3 naked dice. Nothing to modify. He's also got to spend the Hotshot Blaster.
I risked it, but that's just my choice.
Here we go, the Hotshot Blaster. So one of the 2 Hotshot Blasters are being propped on Bossk to fire at the Puttock. Range 2, so it's within range, no problem there. And it's 3 dice out the rear at number 4. Nothing there. What
That's
a waste.
problem with naked dice.
Yep, what a waste. So now he's only got 1 more shot, and he knows that this thing can just chase him all day. Why are you rolling in a green in there?
Whoops.
Whoops. There's a crit in there at the very least. There's a hit.
And a hit.
There's the secret, guys. Roll a
The
green dice. And nothing. So only shields. It's a shame though.
But that is all of Bossk's shields.
So now he's got half points on Bossk.
Which I think means less than the fact that Bossk is now completely stuck.
Yep.
And
he's got 1 more shot. However, he's not going to kill something.
No.
He needs to try and outfly the Kashyyyk defenders, and
he'd have to,
in a YV,
it's not going to happen. No. He could kill number 3 if he could get a shot on it. He could kill number 3 in 1 shot if he rolled as well as Mick's been rolling.
The problem is he's then got to worry about number 4.
Yeah. I can't see this going any other way now.
Now, if he's smart, he will find a way to shoot number 3. I mean, probably. How do you understand why Gareth wasted 3 or 4 rounds bumping? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I would have called that 0 a lot earlier.
Yeah, start getting attacks on 3.
Yeah, and yes, absolutely. Start shooting.
He's probably going to stop now because he's probably going to predict that if he stops here, he might actually cause number 4 to bump, which would be brilliant.
Yes, yeah.
He then gets a range 1 attack, which can kill the Kashyyyk defender.
Well, he's not going to cause number 4 to bump because 4's moving first, of course.
Of course, yes.
So, yeah.
And just a 1 bank because you can catch. Yeah.
Yeah. There's absolutely nothing good that Gareth can do here. He is stuffed.
He is stuck between a rock and a wooden place at this point.
Yeah.
Ooh, that could be worse.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was.
That's actually bad.
Yeah.
So now
now he's getting shot by 2, and 1 at range 1, right in the YV's rather fat bottom.
Dear, this is
that's. He didn't have a choice. I don't think it really mattered at this point, but well, make it quicker.
Yeah, GG. It does mean that because the rear of the Kashyyyk is probably reinforced, prone at the front, that he can get Hotshot Blaster. Yes, there we go. He's going to try and kill number 3 with the Hotshot. Whether that will work or not remains to be seen.
Yeah, and the 4's number 4's still behind and chasing, and the Hotshot's gone now. That's both of his Hotshot Blasters.
Yeah.
And Jabba did come into use.
He did, considerably.
I don't think he did on the glitter stims. I'm not sure if he popped 3. He might have done.
Yeah, I think he popped 3, not all
3.
of them. He got 2, so that's not going to kill the defender. Yep, boom. Oh, but he did reinforce the front. Wise choice, because he bumps you, you don't get an attack, goes past you. Yeah.
Then
So that's in the end just 1 damage.
Wow. But I mean, it keeps it quick. 30. I mean, there were 36 hull and shield for Gareth to chew through there. that was always going to be a very tall order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice bumping, flying, not forcing the bumps by Mick. That worked really well. Commend him on that.
Yeah, very, very well done to Mick on this one. Wookiee Commandos once again, and there's another hit and a crit. That's focus and a blank. Bossk lives on 1, I believe.
Depending on the crit.
Damage sensor array. Oh, no, he's dead.
Oh, no, that
he's
was
dead.
it.
That was it. And there's the game.
Wow.
I was not expecting that.
I must admit I sort of was. Especially going up and jousting against 4 ships, even if you bump one, four ships with 3 attack dice, getting into range 1 to use Ketsu, you want to be using Ketsu's ability, but then that leaves you facing a 12 dice.
Yeah, to be fair, I think what got me concerned is that I've never seen the people don't seem to rake the Azatec. They seem to have, like, when we did the vote to have people show us what they want to see from the new wave, everyone voted for the other ships. The Azatec was left in the dust. So I think everyone kind of has discounted the Azatec this wave, when really it's a powerhouse. I mean, those were Planet Skill 1 generic Kashyyyk defenders taking on a highly competitive list.
Yes.
And doing well. Now, granted, there were a lot of very bad dice rolls on Gareth's side.
Yeah, there were. He definitely suffered some dice luck.
But that doesn't change the fact that it was an amazing game to watch, and just round of applause to Mick for that one.
That bumping, keeping 3 really close was really clever.
What would have you done differently in that match if you were flying as Gareth? What would you have done differently?
Not taking Bossk.
I suppose that's one way to start.
What would I have done differently? I think you were right when you called Ketsu should have turned rather than flying straight in.
Going for a joust is never a good idea. Yeah.
No. I'd have kept Ketsu alive, or tried to when he went for the kill on number 1. I'd definitely have gone for I think it was number 4 in the middle of the field that then got the shot back.
Yeah.
I'd have gone for number 4 because 1, at least for that round, wasn't getting a shot. So go for the one that can hit you back.
Yeah.
Because of Ketsu's ability. And the title. So I would have gone for that. The 0 on the YV much, much earlier. So he was getting some shots with Bossk. I think he went 2 or 3 rounds without a shot from Bossk.
Yeah.
You can't afford to do that and let your opponent get angle and arc again. So that's probably what I would have done. After round 2, I thought Gareth was pretty much going to be wiped out. He pulled it back really well. He did fly really well to get anything back from there.
Yeah. Stop, shoot, 1, clear stress, and then bump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you're not getting shot at. And I think the key moment was when he boosted past its bank 2. I think if you'd kept on slipping behind, or if he stopped there, he might be able to take down 3, and then he could have just ran as fast as he could away from the defenders, swing around, and then come back. Because it has got a 4 forward, so for the Aztec to chase you, it's got to stress itself and clear each round.
Yeah.
So you can outrun it.
Yes, you can. Just
barely. Just about.
And remembering running away means that you've only got the 2 hotshot blasters, and then you're just getting shot.
Yeah.
It's the YV, very difficult ship to keep competitive, and he had the best position he could manage.
Yeah.
He was chasing the ships that couldn't shoot him back and couldn't cater, and you can't get into a better position with Bossk than that.
Yeah, because usually it's the opposite with Bossk, is that he's being chased, and from that point forward you realise there's nothing I can do.
Yeah,
that's it. It's done.
Which is how Mick should have been feeling with those other ducks, but it just wasn't really.
No, it's incredible actually. It shows just how much difference a large and a small base ship would work when they have a similar dial.
Yes,
because they do have a similar dial. I mean, the 3s on the 2s on the Bossk ship are red opposed to the greens, and of course the 4 is white. Well, both 4s are white, but the equivalent maneuver is white. But incredible, great job by Mick. It's great to see him do so well on the stream. He's been really flying these push it well. Before you shoot off in about 7 minutes, probably play some games of X-Wing yourself.
Hopefully, yep.
What do you think about the latest news to rock the X-Wing world? The news about the supposed leak.
Oh, I nearly swore then.
Assuming it's genuine.
I personally don't think it's genuine. So, and even if it is genuine, it starts with the it's from a playtester, so it's far from an actual release.
Yeah.
It could be at any stage of playtesting. That could just be some random ideas they've chucked out to get some feedback on. So I think it's irrelevant. We can talk about it for hours, but what's the point until it actually comes out?
Well, I think it sparks an interesting debate, especially about how they are really doing some very unique and different things with this FAQ. Assuming it's real, like removing slots.
That would be the first time they actually affect. Slots on a card,
which I think
slots on a ship.
Yeah, I think it's just a hair step away from actually changing the point cost of a card.
Yeah, but they have changed the wording on cards before.
Things they changed,
but only on upgrade cards, not on actual ship cards.
Oh, they have changed it because don't forget they changed Mandarin.
Yes, that's true actually.
And that was probably the biggest ever FAQ we ever had because instead of clarifying text, they actually completely rewrote text in the way of Palpatine and other Shark's abilities. Whereas this would be another step in a weird direction where, okay, we are now into the stage where we can start removing slots, which that puts them in a very precarious position when people start saying, well, why have you got to release this upgrade card that adds slots when you can just FAQ a slot onto a ship? Which I think, while a fair comment, this is them trying to curb the Jumpmaster more than them trying to set a precedent.
Yeah, I think so. I think most of the FAQs, I think all the time they release an FAQ, it brings more balance to the game. They try and get rid of those really prominent and prevalent lists that just dominate the scene. And I think that so far they've done a pretty good job of levelling the playing field out each time. It becomes boring to play against the same lists every time. And to just come up with counters against those lists because you'll see them. So all the time they keep changing stuff. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing as long as they don't ruin the balance.
Yeah, which you could argue is what was happening anyway. But
Yeah. Maybe they should just do a bit more playtesting before releasing stuff.
The thing is, at what point is playtesting? Because don't forget, the playtesting is done by key members of the community who are brought in as playtesters on a pro bono basis. So I think the criticism that people lay out when they say, "Oh, they missed this, they missed that," well, look at yourselves. It's not the design team; it is a group of players.
And people miss stuff. They're always going to miss stuff. But the longer you playtest for, and the wider playtest group you get, and I'd love to know how many people they get to playtest and for how long.
Actually, if you look at the back of most of the credit slips that you get in the packs, there's actually a fairly long list. People. I mean, it's not extensive, but we're talking at least probably about 25 to 50 people.
If you have any set of rules and give them to 50 people, you'll get a fair feedback. But then you release it to 5,000, 500,000.
Yeah.
Then that's people will find more stuff.
That's the thing, is that it's such a small focus group and sample group, and I don't think they could go any higher than that. But at the same time, there's guaranteed things to be missed in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just by sheer numbers.
Yes.
There's that one person who'll think, oh, this is amazing with this. Yet everyone always felt like it happened with Deadeye. Everyone thought Deadeye is useless. Yeah, put it on the Tinder. And then someone had the bright idea, what if you put that on a Jumpmaster?
Yep. And then suddenly you've got this amazing thing.
Yeah.
And with cruise missiles, Deadeye will never be useful, just out of interest. You can never cover everything. So if they have to change things with FAQs to bring a bit of game balance back, I'm okay with that.
So am I.
Yeah.
I'm content with that. Well, thank you once again for joining me.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure.
It has been an absolute pleasure having you on the
It's nice to get to this side of the camera for once. So, it's been great.
Are you looking forward to going to regionals?
Oh, yeah, I suppose I should do that now. That buy is brilliant because it gives me pup time. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Pop and have a quick pint before I start.
Yeah, because it worked out so well for you last time.
Well, I maintain that being hungover or mildly inebriated does improve my play. So,
Well, there you go.
We'll see if that continues or not.
Anyway, guys, we're going to leave
Yeah.
you very quickly. We'll have a next game. I'm going to go and set up our next game. And thank you once again for joining me, Chris.
Cheers. Thanks.
See you guys in a bit.